Well, thanks so much for coming today and doing this with us. Welcome to SRI Conference and Community. I invite you to introduce yourself to us, your company, and all the great things that you're doing.
Sure, Joanna. So I'm Darryl Celpuka. I'm with Matthews Asia, and we're the largest Asia-only investment management firm in North America. Since the very beginning of our firm, we have focused on corporate governance. It's been a cornerstone of our investment process to this day. And we've had our own sustainability journey as a firm. And about 6 years ago, my dear colleague Vivek Taniro started making the case for a fully dedicated Asia ESG strategy, which actually launched 3.5 years ago. Well, funny enough, what we didn't expect is that effort to just conceive of that strategy ended up being an incredible catalyst for us as a firm, both driving sustainability and also socially responsible developments at the firm. So it started out with Vivek just on his own, working with outside organizations to gold lead certify our office space back in San Francisco. Then he got rid of all the styrofoam cups, and now we have Matthews ceramic mugs with our dragon insignia and emblem. From that was born our sustainability committee, which I co-chair with him. And we've started to, for this conference, for example, we have a couple of giveaways that are sustainable. One book, a notebook made of apple peels. So these are the kinds of things that are filtering through to our own business practices. We also started talking about years ago whether or not we should be signatories of UNPRI. We signed a couple of years ago. Then we started asking ourselves, are we giving back to our communities enough? And we decided to launch our Matthews Asia Charitable Foundation. And in particular, we have one organization that does great work in education. And we've actually helped to support building schools and maintaining them in Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. So these are some of the kinds of things that we do. But then there's the other issue of what you do day to day as a business. And what we do affects the planet, and we travel a lot, and specifically to Asia. So we decided to take care of that through offsetting all of our air travel around the world. So we created a carbon offset program where we have funded Chinese and Cambodian cook stove projects. And this, again, our contribution has impacted an ongoing project or set of projects that has affected 2 million people and a lot of pandas. So these are the kinds of things that as an organization now, we're really geared to do, going forward.
So, you explained, but you're one of the sponsors of the SRI conference. I'm going to ask you now, it's been 4 years that you've been attending the conference.
Yeah, as Matthews Asia. A few of us have been attending prior to that in prior lives.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your experience as a sponsor.
Sure.
And you had a call to action when you're on stage today speaking to the audience.
Yes. Well, what's great about this community, and this community is, 3 decades old, is that they champion things that are important to people, the planet, if you will. And so it's there's a great spirit here that, a number of us at Matthews personally really resonate with. Now that our firm is really aligned with that as well, and we've had our catalyst, one of the calls to action that you're referring to that I made earlier was that firms find their catalyst if they haven't found it yet.
I'm going to ask you that question again.
Sure.
Because you said that I was referring to, I may not be heard on camera, so I want you to...
Oh, okay, got it. Sure, you don't exist.
Yeah, I don't exist.
Okay.
So today, you've been sponsoring the SRI conference community. You've been coming yourself for a few years. Today on stage, you had a call to action for members of the community. Can you share that with us?
Sure. Well, in describing the story I just related in terms of our catalyst to action within our firm, the ask of everybody in the audience was for them to find their firm's catalyst. And if they found it, that's great, terrific. But if they haven't, really to seek it out or to create it, because we're living in a time right now in our world where there's incredible change, where there's robust transformation, And in fact, this community, this SR community for the last 30 years has been an early leader in that transformation and has done incredible work. So with each firm out there who's either new to the community or has been with the community for a while, that they make a concerted effort to make sure that they're doing these things, because all of those will add up to very big things.
I'm going to ask it to you one more time.
Sure.
It's 29 years. So it's 29 years for the
Okay,
SRI community.
I'm estimating.
Yeah, so we're going to say 29 years.
Okay.
And also we want to make sure that you use Matthews Asia.
Okay.
So a little bit more so tell me how your company is acting as a catalyst to the people attending the conference.
Well, earlier here in the conference, one of the ways that we've been acting as a catalyst is actually giving people a call to action. Much as Vivek and his efforts with our strategy was a catalyst for our firm. What I asked people today was, what's the catalyst for your firm? And if you have it, that's great, you're doing fine. But if you don't have one, to seek it out, or better yet, to create that catalyst, because we're living in a time right now of incredible transformation. And whether you do it as a firm or whether you do it as an individual, it's really, really important to contribute to that momentum. This community, the SRI community, has been an early leader of this for 29 years and has done incredible work, has accomplished a great deal. The exciting thing about this is that the community's work has just begun, because we're in such a period of great change.